Hey everyone, welcome to Lesson Plan 3, part of the Poetry Week. My name is Jamie H Scrutton and I'm one of the poets, many poets that are going to be coming to a school near you. So how did I get into poetry? So when I was 6 years of age, I used to visit my grandma on a Sunday, and I remember her having this big, enormous bookshelf filled with various books. From Catherine Cookson to Daphne du Maurier and Charles Dickens. And every week I used to take one home to read, and then I used to return it. And each book that I read, I became inspired to write my own original material. And I used to create little stories when I was little, and then the stories progressed into poetry, and then the poetry progressed into performance. So what is poetry to me? So poetry is a genre that allows me to express myself through my own unique artistry. So I often take a subject in poetry, I create a character, and then I merge them together. And I speak about a lot of things in my poetry. I speak about mental health, I speak about observational life, I speak about anything that needs to be said. Often when I'm on transport or if I'm in a public place, I get my little journal out and I write different conversations down which I overhear, and then I turn them into my poetry. And I think this hugely helps me with developing myself as a poet and characters that I bring from my work. And if you can be inspired by anything, there's no limit, there's no rule, there's no policy to poetry. Poetry is anything. So let's get right in. So I'm going to be telling you various examples of poetry, poetry styles, and how you can write in your own style. So the one thing that I want to pick on is free verse. So many people that I've come across have mentioned that free verse isn't poetry. Well, it is poetry. It's got a poetic style. And I have tried free verse many moons ago. And how I write free verse is I've got a journal which I keep and write in every day. And I like to take segments and sentences from that journal which I think are poetic. And what I do is I transfer them onto another piece of paper, and then I'll just use my stream of consciousness style, which is where you don't think about it, you just let your mind and your hands take control and just write whatever's popping into your head. And that is free verse. So I hope I have inspired you all to write a poem now. So I'm going to be performing one of my own poems now, which is in your teacher's resource handbooks, which you will be provided with. And this poem is called I Always Seem to Break My Lent. It was a respectable 60-minute solace, but now I have become lament. Because after just 1 hour of giving up sugar, I always seem to break my Lent. I have tried to obliterate the treacle taste in order to succeed and thrive, but I cannot give up those hot syrupy drinks. It is my addiction to survive. As I grew older, I discovered an alternative. Sweeteners became my glee. But I cannot accept any hot drinks unless there is 7 sweeteners in my tea. People have warned me about the artificial detriments, stating that one day it'll become my fate. But I would rather enjoy a nice sweetener brew and still contain my weight. My grandma is the worst with synthetic condiments. She has 12 sweeteners to be precise. She will take a sip of her drink and state, "Oh, I say, that is nice." I have offered the taste to my dear close friends. Their reaction are the best. It might give them the scowling shivers, but it gives me that taste of zest. So I shall not be giving up sugar or anything, although it was a 1 hour well worth spent. I guess I'll have to go and find another heinous habit in order to succeed my Lent. Thank you very much, and I've been Jamie H Scrutton.